Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Ms. Marvel, Season 1, Episode 2, Crushed. I really enjoyed the first episode. I thought that the characters were wonderful. The quirkiness was fun and, heartwarming. I smiled throughout most of it. Laughed a bit from time to time. Was reminded of my own daughter a bit. And her rebelliousness and also her inability to drive a car. But we won't go into that. I really dug the way it started with her getting the amulet, the bracelet, amulet, whatever you want to call it. There are some that are speculating it's well, she said it's cosmic. Some that are speculating it is from outer space. It may even be Kree, which would kind of still play into her origins in the comics as being Inhuman, which is a Kree thing, and this being Kree technology. So it would kind of be similar. And is there a second one? Is there another one for the other arm, the other hand, the other wrist? Don't know. Did her grandmother once wield it or use it? I think so. Because her mother seemed very aware of it and didn't want her daughter anywhere near it. She caused a scene, but I don't think anybody really knew who she was. I could probably piece it together, and I think those investigators. Thank you for the commenters telling me who he was in the end credit scene. Obviously, they're going to try to find her and track her down, so they're going to probably be able to piece together who she is as well. So let's see what happens in episode 2 now that she knows she's a superhero, and maybe she can actually hang with her hero, Carol Danvers. Here we go, Captain Marvel. All right, Ms. Marvel. She's got a newfound kind of confidence. She had a quirky kind of confidence before, but now it's more of a self-assured confidence. Because they don't know who she is, but they do know who Zoe is, and she's making it public. Of course she's getting all the viewers and the attention and the followers.
I mean, she had this by the budget, Captain Marvel.
Ooh, her other best friend doesn't know.
Thank you. Where'd you go at that party?
I think she's interested in the boy, too. Mm-hmm. Whose name, interestingly enough, could be pronounced, if you mispronounced it, Cameron, which is how he's pronouncing her name. Kamran is his name, I believe. So she is keeping it on at all times. Cosmic?
Idea come to life.
Cool. Oh, there were a lot of people speculating about the superhero part of her, about it being a biological thing or a genetic thing, like if her grandmother had used it too, that some people were even saying her grandmother might have been part Kree or Kree, and so she's got a bit of a Kree in her. Possibly, but they're saying that there's a genetic component to it too, which will also tie a bit into the Inhuman stuff, since being able to be turned into an Inhuman, or being an Inhuman, is a genetic thing. So I like how they're kind of intermingling bits of it. Oh, that would really hurt if she had impacted at that angle.
Light comes out of you, and it hardens.
Always the same two that are late.
Do I look like a 9-year-old man to you? Sometimes.
No.
They need to talk.
Really? Thank you.
It's just wonderful how clearly and how well they're portraying how much she deeply, dearly loves her daughter, and her daughter dearly loves her. She just has a worry and concern. Again, I'm so relating to my own daughter and my wife, her mother. Same sort of relationship, I think. They frustrate each other sometimes, but man, do they love each other, and always, and mother just wants to look out for her, just like my wife or my daughter. I really feel for this show, put it that way. Well, that's kind of cool that, well, except the fact that I think that her and her childhood friend belong together, but the fact that he actually likes her is kind of cool for her. Tell her the truth. She's one of your best friends, come on. Except if he's away at Caltech for a whole semester, Kamala, his best friend, who he thinks he's having feelings for, going to be taken by another guy.
Wait. Yeah.
He just noticed her, so no, he's not leaving.
Run.
Yeah, the fiancé definitely knows what's up.
with a mess.
I like this stuff because I watched Doctor Who. I saw that episode. No, I've learned a little bit about the history of British occupation and then the breaking up of the partitioning or whatever you called it. A little bit about that. But interesting that he says that her family only moved to the town probably around 2 or 3 generations back. 3 generations back, probably. So maybe they are from outer space.
It was very
Yeah. Looks like there is a ancestor of hers, of Kamala's, that I always pause when I say her name because I'm the way the vice president pronounces her name, spelled the same way, Kamala, always throws me, and I have to think, no, it's not Kamala, it's Kamala. Okay. But the way she's, her ancestor has apparently similar power, following a trail of stars. It kind of looks like this stuff that she's forming looks like star stuff, right? So obviously the rest of them are not seeing this. Whoa. We're seeing a glimpse into, people are speculating that when she did that flip into that negative zone or whatever, that she was seeing like her cultural afterlife, just like we've seen in Moon Knight and in Black Panther, and that that plane, that ancestral plane, was she seeing into the ancestral plane there? Was she seeing that the mother of the girl who disappeared? The mother of the girl, the mother who disappeared. Was she seeing her ancestor?
Something wrong?
No. So even her grandmother is nervous about talking about that thing, afraid that her daughter, Kamala's mother, is going to be upset. So, yeah, the family knows about this, and it's somehow tied to the disappearance of her great grandmother.
Everything's fine.
I'll text them.
The Illuminatis, I love it.
You wouldn't kill our dreams, would you?
She's definitely a politician.
Yusuf, what are you doing?
Does he disappoint his best friend or disappoint his daughter? Oh yeah, Zoe's going to be interviewed. I figured this would be where they'd start. So Zoe does know that it was Kamala. I think. I mean, she reacted to the South Asians. She got nervous when they were going to search the mosques, which she knows where Kamala would be. See, I'm getting it wrong again. So she knows. She might have in self-defense, I'm going to gather. Oh no, he's going to slip and fall and she's going to have to save him. Yep. She wouldn't let anything happen, even if it exposed who she was, right? Because she's such a lover of Captain Marvel and the Avengers and being a good guy, being a hero. Good girl, being a hero.
I put ice cream on pizza.
Oh, I was going to ask the same question.
Did someone say ice cream pizza?
Come on, she practiced that. She's comfortable now. Come on. She can move faster than that. Big hand. Big hand. Superhero landing. That's way back. That I admittedly, I'm not an expert on the history of Indian dress, but that looked much further back than the partition time period. Hand, big hand, catch. Well, it hurt a little, but he survived. Oh, she's going to get captured. Oh no! Does he know who she is? That's the new boyfriend, right? The way he just looked at her, though, I don't think he knew that was her. I think he's just trying to rescue her, but didn't realize it was his new quote-unquote girlfriend.
Long time.
Oh, his mother knows who she is, her family's history. That's why he was interested in her. I feel sad now. It wasn't like a genuine attraction. It was, oh man. Maybe he does actually like her, but man. All right. Another cool episode. This one was a bit slower because there was a lot of giving us more of the environment they're growing up in. Is there any post-credit scene here? No, I don't see any. You guys tell me if I'm wrong that there is one, but I don't see one. We're getting a lot more of, the family they're around, the culture they're around here in New Jersey, their Muslim culture and so forth. We learned a lot. So it's a bit slower. We did get a little bit of action at the end. We do get this reveal here, all in the course of one episode. We're introduced to the new young boy, young man, who seems interested in her, and now we find out that at least some of that, if not all of that, was interest because his mother is interested in her because of her family connection, and probably because of what happened at AvengerCon. She realized what was going on, and that Kamala is the one who has the bracelet. I'm never gonna get that out right. I just remember Kamala. Get the vice president out of my head. That she was the one there at the AvengerCon, so she's interested, and so obviously she's going to know something, right? Maybe there is a Kree connection, like people have been talking about, because there is a genetic component, as Bruno was saying, there might be. We know there's a family history, so maybe it's a Kree thing. So maybe they're going to kind of, like I said, do the comic book, honor the comic book background for her of being an Inhuman by still having Kree genetics be a part of why she has these powers. Like Bruno said, maybe the amulet or bracelet or whatever is only, I keep calling it a bangle, but I mean it's like a bracer, right? Why it is basically triggering powers in her. So it's kind of acting essentially like the Terrigen crystals and Terrigen mist would, which would activate powers within Inhumans by the bracer activating a power within her. I'm really looking forward to what this lady has to say about who her family history, what the thing is, what her powers are. Are we going to find out that this is kind of a backdoor way of doing Inhumans again? That would be kind of interesting and kind of cool and very Kevin Feige, I think. But yeah, it was kind of cool how she was able to summon her powers effectively when she needed them, like when the boy was about to slip, and she was very proficient. But then as soon as she got a vision to the ancestral plane, I'm going to say, till we know better, she lost her grip again, and then she had to use her powers again to get away from these government folks, and then, is on the run now. So next episode, I imagine she's going to be on the run for a while. Her family's going to be very worried about her. This lady's going to explain some things, and maybe we'll get her more progress to understanding her powers and knowing where they come from and being more of a superhero. But next episode looks like it's going to be very good, so I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what you thought about this episode, where you think it's going. Do you like the idea of how they're possibly using her genetics as maybe Kree influence so that they can kind of backdoor the Inhumans? Let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.